Good morning, everybody. So today I want to talk a little bit about how to handle adversity. I think it's super important for us to kind of think about this because we all go through adversity. And if you don't know what the word adversity means, let's clarify what that is. If you are having some challenges in life, like friendships aren't going well, things are rough at home, or um, maybe a family member has lost their job, or maybe somebody was in a car accident, or we failed a test. All of those are adversities. So there's some important ways that we want to think about handling those kind of situations. One of them is to just remember this is a part of life. And we just have to take it one step at a time, one moment at a time. And there's going to be a lot of negative thoughts that kind of creep into your mind about yourself or about the people involved or about the situation. But you have to rein in those negative thoughts and find the positive. Look for the things to be grateful for and to be thankful for, because we all have a lot in our life to be thankful for having a roof over our head, for having the clothes that we wear, for having the food that we have, having the technology that we have, a phone, all of those things. But most importantly, thankful for the relationships that we have in our life, the friends that support us, that have our back, and that never waver in that. Um, and so when we notice those negative thoughts, we have to replace them with positive thoughts or thoughts of gratitude. I think it's super important for us to take time to remember our strengths. In moments of adversity, sometimes we forget what our strengths are. So, being able to run through a list in our head or to write out a list on paper of the positive things about ourselves. Now, big the big kind of steps to go through when we're experiencing a difficulty of some sort, some kind of adversity, is one, we have to recognize what the problem is. What are we defining as the issue or the problem? And then to sit and brainstorm, how can we solve this problem? Can we solve this problem? Do we need other people to help us solve this problem? So brainstorm all the possibilities. We need to evaluate which solutions are the most useful and the most helpful for us, which ones are going to help us in the long run. And we have to choose at least one solution and try and implement it and just see how it goes. And we have to evaluate the outcome. So we tried this one possibility and we have to look at, so how did that turn out? Did that turn out the way I hoped it had? If not, then we try one of our other solutions that we have on our list. But we're not going to get it right every single time. And I think one of the biggest things that we need when we go through adversity is a supportive group of people around us. So being able to feel like you belong in a group of people, a group of friends, or your family, wherever that may be, maybe a club or a team that you're a part of, or a church, whatever it may be. But finding that creative, supportive environment and making sure you're communicating with them, sharing with them what you need and what kind of support that you need. And find people that are going to be sympathetic and empathetic to what you're going through. And, I think there's a lot of people often that think, no one knows what I feel like. No one knows what this is like. But you would be surprised if you open up and talk to different people. You would be surprised that there are a lot of people that actually can relate to how you feel. So I want you to evaluate your support circle. Who are the people that you can go to get the support that you need when you're going through difficult moments in your life? And I just know many of you this year have had lots of difficult moments, and to watch you guys walk through that has been really impressive, and to reach out for help like you have. And to be, for many of you, some of you are on the other side of whatever that difficult situation was. And, that is something that you can look back on, all the different adversities that you have been through. Look at those and remind yourself, I made it through that. How much stronger I am for making it through that. So I want you to remind yourself of the strength that you do have within yourself. So make sure you're practicing being kind to yourself in the process as well. We have to be kind to ourselves when we're going through a hardship of some sort. Treat yourself well, take care of yourself by sleep, getting proper nutrition, proper exercise. All of that is super important with helping our mental state be able to stay strong. So, these are some important things that I want you to consider. And I want you as a class to kind of talk about what are some things that you learned that are positive from a difficult situation you came out of? What are positive things you learned about yourself or the group of people around you or whatever it may be, but positive things that stand out to you from surviving or getting through some kind of adverse situation? Well, I hope you guys have a great week. If you need something, let me know. Bye.